Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am so excited because I have an amazing guest today. But first, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Marla Press. My company is Speakers on Fire Academy because I love getting you fired up about what you do, and then you can fire up your audience so they're excited to work with you. I help you build your business through speaking and make more money through speaking. And my guest today is going to help you protect that money, save that money, and tell you what to do with it so you have a secure financial future. And I'm so excited about this because, come on, money is on everybody's mind these days. So I know that you want to listen to this whole interview. It's going to be amazing. But first, let me tell you a little bit about Kris, because when we met, we were just immediately connected. She's just amazing. She volunteered and was so, her excitement and passion is just comes through so well. So I'm going to read because she's got an impressive bio. I have to read it to you. So here it is. Kris Miller is the money maestro, a legacy wealth strategist. Her clients learn to create incomes they will never outlive. Pause there. And how to change their family's financial realities. Not one person has lost a single dime on her watch. That is amazing. So she has helped over 6,000 families avoid financial disaster by strategically planning for their future. Kris is the author of the number one bestseller, Ready for Pre-Retirement. Love that word, pre-retirement, because we got to plan ahead. Come on. And three secrets for safe money and a fabulous future. She is a highly sought after speaker and trainer for companies like Citibank and many others. So without further delay, I want to introduce Kris. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Marla. Thank you. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you, and I'm really grateful for our heart connection.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, because that's what it's about, right?
Yeah,
You want to work with people that you trust and you like,
yeah,
and that you also feel is an expert. And that's absolutely what I see in you, Kris.
thank
So
you.
tell us a little bit. So I know we have a lot of things to cover, but
Right.
first, with the current economic climate, which everybody is concerned about,
Yeah.
and the stock market uncertainty that's happening now, rising inflation, and high interest rates, what would you say is the most critical aspect of securing one's financial future?
It shocks me because most people don't really understand money because you go to school, you learn how to make money, you get out of school, and what do? You give it to somebody else to gamble, right? And so the only place that people really know about is the stock market. And it's a roulette wheel, obviously. And people live in that stress of is it going to be up or down when they retire? And and it's just not worth it. I mean, it really does cause illness when you don't understand it because people don't understand the loss of their money with taxes, inflation, market risk, medical bills, lawsuits, and long term care. So, after 3 decades and 6,000 people, I've learned strategies to protect my assets. It's like putting a floor under your money. So I have my money in what I talk about for 3 decades. So I'm not sitting here throwing darts at stocks, right? I'm I have and I've never lost a dime. And so I'm
That is
really
amazing. I mean, I have
yes,
never, I told you, I never heard anybody say that. You've never lost a dime of your client's money. I mean, that's incredible because so many of us are on this up and down wheel. And the other
yeah,
thing that I love that you said too is that the education piece, because it's true. So many people they're kind of in denial. They sort of watch their money, but they don't really want to watch it because they don't really understand the big picture. So the
yes.
way you educate people is so important.
Yes, and it's scary. Money's energy, right? And the mindset around money, people have just so much fear around their money. And like I said, this roulette wheel, it's an unconscious thing of, watch the news and your stomach turns. So what's going to happen next? So the kind of products that I have at the time right now, they literally have a floor. Not one person, there's several of them. It isn't one size fits all. It's a customized financial fitness strategy session that I do. And these products literally have a floor on them. There's some that's for tax-free income for life.
Okay.
There's some that are just accumulation. So if the market goes up two, you get two. If the market goes down two, nothing happens. Interest rates right now on these are, what is it, 9 to 15% for accumulation. Then they have others that take your chunk of money, put a floor on it, and create income you'll never outlive. So I've test drive this, and I have all my retirement and what I'm talking about. So I have some of my programs I've literally turned on, and so I've at this point have doubled my money in income, and probably will triple it because I have longevity. And I'll tell you, it during the pandemic, Marla, when everything shut down and I couldn't go out and speak and do all the things that I do to get business, I had to recreate my business. But I didn't have a lot of money coming in, right? So I had to tap into the savings. Well, I just turned went in and got a 10% free withdrawal from my annuity, recreated my business into a digital business, and was successful during the pandemic. And it's there's so many creative strategies, and it does depend on your age and your health and your wealth. So that's what I do with the strategies, financial fitness strategy
Sure,
sessions.
you customize it for your clients because not everybody's the same. Not everybody has the same goals,
Right.
and not everybody has the same, risk that they want to take.
Yes.
So it's really a combination of factors, and that's why they need a professional like you to really look at that big picture. Yes, and
Yeah.
you say something else too that I just love. So I need to ask you about this. You talk about the concept of crash proofing
Right.
and how it can help protect people's assets during a market downturn. So,
Right.
how do you crash proof people and their wealth?
Well, back in the Great Depression, Babe Ruth got an annuity. Now, there's lots of kind of annuities. There's equity index annuities and different kinds of things, but these kind of programs will allow you to have your money to get the growth of the market when it goes up, like what I was saying before, but you don't lose your principal. And inside of different programs, for example, if you have good health, there are programs that allow you to take tax-free income and crash proof yourself not only from the market, but 7 out of 10 of us over 65 end up in a nursing home. Nobody wants to talk about taxes and illness, but we can talk about it because it's healthy money,
Yeah.
which gives you happy life because you're not going to be stressed about watching your money in the stock market because you know that you have a floor. You're going to only catch the upside of the money. It's creative planning to who you are and what, like you said, what your goals are. It's not the one size fits all, but they have amazing interest rates. And depending on your age, you can either get the tax free income for life or you can just grow your money at amazing interest rates. And that's just like one piece of it because it's I like to say there's secrets of the 1%. I want to share to the 99. Why are they secret?
Mm,
Nobody talks about them. The only thing you see on TV when you turn cable on is basically stock market, just like big pharma, right? That, but there is alternative medicine. There is alternative ways that you can grow your money. It, I make less money doing this. Honestly, I'd make a lot more money selling stock, but I'd say I couldn't look you in the eyes and say, "Hey, Marla, you got to buy this stock," but I don't want it. Right? I couldn't do it. So I own what I sell, basically, and it's heartful, and I feel pretty good about it.
I love this, and a lot of people they aren't even investing in the stock market because they feel like they don't even have extra money. So
Oh,
and then there's people that invest but are always concerned about it and never feel like it's safe. So and they watch their money go up and down, and they sell when it goes down, which is not the time to sell, and make all the wrong decisions. So and
right,
everything in between. Of course, some
right.
people are very educated, but there's still so much more they can learn from you because come on, 6,000 clients, that's a lot of clients.
I know. I stopped counting after 6 hours. I mean, it's actually more, and it's not a brag. I mean, I've done this 35 years, and it's not that honestly I'm so smart. I saw patterns. And the patterns is denial. People don't want to talk about,
Yes.
losing money and death and taxes and I wanted to make it empowering, healthy. I mean, how do you feel or how do I feel knowing that I haven't lost anything? And these programs are allowing me like to just roll over my gains and I haven't even paid taxes on a lot of them. And then I turn the income on at different ages. So now I have streams of income coming to me. Now, first of all, everybody's at different places. The big problem that people have is that if they're entrepreneurs, they keep reinvesting into their business. But you really got to start on the no judgment because you weren't taught. But we
Yeah.
really needed to start in 20 and 30s. That's really when we should have, but nobody was taught. So that's why, I'm launching my financial wellness course and talking about it and broadcasting out so that people can get empowered and learn about it. And yes, you can do this, but you do have to save. And the people that don't have money, you need to start, throwing in
Yeah.
20% or 10% because we used to say, oh, you have 6 month rainy day money. You need at least a year. We don't know what's going to happen. You need to be prepared, just like you need that, like during the pandemic, right? Or Y2K or each of these scary things. You need to have your beans and rice. You need to have safe money. Precious metals is good too as a hedge against inflation. It's like a strategy. It isn't like one
Exactly.
product, right?
Yeah, that's what you help people with. So the two things that are really important for people to take away is you need education
Right.
because you might feel like you know a lot about finances and a lot of you do out there, but do you know everything that you need to know for yourself? And second is the strategy because there's so many choices. What's the best
Yes.
strategy for you for your situation? And that's what Kris can help you with. I love that. And I love the idea of pre-retirement
Right.
pre-retirement.
Right.
So you're
Plan
saying people need
retirement.
to start, yeah, in their 20s and 30s if they can,
Right.
although it's never too late to start, right?
No, I work with people in their 90s. Seriously, because we're living longer, and you guys plan for 120 because they're going to come out with new, and creations that will extend life.
Yeah.
So you're planning to people look at their life expect, oh, I'm going to live to 70, 80. Don't believe that. Plan for longevity. And you know what it does? It helps your NLP. It helps your mindset. It helps broaden and then it inspires you to save more too.
Yeah, it definitely, what we tell ourselves matters. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
And when
And
it's mhm,
yeah, I was just going to say, you were talking about, plan. You need a plan at different ages. So what
yeah,
worked for you in your 40s, you might need a different plan when you're in your 60s. So you want to keep reevaluating it and
yes.
finding out what the newest thing is that would be most beneficial for you. So, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And the pre-retirement was plan retirement early, right? But when people see the word retirement, that's what I found when I used that title, they're like, "Oh, I don't wanna talk about it." This is the most procrastinated people put me off till the end, and, I do estate planning, living trust. They think if they make a living trust, they're gonna die. That's ridiculous. You need a living trust while you're alive for powers of attorney, financial, healthcare, guardianships for minor children, right? There's 3 main things that I focus on when I talk to people, and they're hard subjects that I make really fun, so it's a happy conversation knowing your affairs are in order.
Yes, that's so true because people don't want to think about their death. But so say just another, couple things about trust because I think that's really misunderstood. People think trusts are just for, if you have a lot of money that you need to protect, but everybody needs a trust, correct?
Absolutely, and living trusts are not just the end of the life document. They all the trusts that we prepare, and we've prepared over 6,000, thank God, never had a problem. They work just fine. They've been around since the Middle Ages. Only the rich people knew about them until the 90s, and I'm not bragging, but it was one of the first people to start going out there and
Mm.
talking about them. In fact, the state bar had to make a new designation for people like me, which is a legal document assistant. I'm licensed to prepare documents for people. Like I said, we've prepared thousands. A living trust is a document that includes a power of attorney for financial, a power of attorney for healthcare. Those are really important. Look, I have a certain way that I'm vegan. I eat certain foods. I want certain medicines. I don't want other medicines. So you want your wishes to be honored. And here's one for you that look at when you're 20 or 30, it's hard to imagine what it's like when you're 40 or 50 or 60. And moms and dads go out to dinner and they don't really think about what happens if we don't come back, we left our kids there. Who's going to take care of the kids? So guardianship is really important for moms and dads because you know what? We're living in a cuckoo world, and you don't have to be 100 years old to transition, to pass away, right? Or cross over, whatever you want to call it. So it can
Yeah.
happen at any age. So, mhm.
Yeah, and you said something interesting too, and that I had no idea. So the LDA after your name is for say what that is again. It's a licensed document.
Legal document assistant. So I'm licensed to do everything that an attorney does, but talk in court or give legal advice. Although I've sued two attorneys and won in court, but no, I can do document preparation in mass and not under. I don't have to be under the supervision of an attorney. And what happened was I had a little widow when she came in the 1991. The attorney wanted to charge her $5,000 for her trust. She had no money but a car and a house. She needed a trust. And then I just said, hey, could you give her a deal? He said no. And that's what started my business. So I literally
I
blew the
love
market
that.
in
Yeah,
California.
that is fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people don't know that, and what a great value, added value that you can add that instead of someone having to go to someone else they may not know, and to an attorney that's probably going to charge even more. So,
Yeah.
what a great benefit! I had no idea you did that. That is
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, and when I did it, I the trusts were like 5,000 and up, and my heart was, I wanna help millions of people, I wanna help the average person. I did it for $199 at the time, and I was having, like, 5 to 8 people a week coming in to get their trusts in it, and that's when I saw the pattern, Marla. I was like, "What is going on here? Oh, they're all waiting to the end to do all this stuff," and then I learned about the other, you know, pro problems that people have with their income and their money in the stock market and their long-term care. I mean, we're on the tip of the iceberg. We'll probably come back again, but this is just the tip of what if you get these 3 things covered, you won't have to worry about your money, period.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Oh, we could talk for another hour or more, but
Easy.
let's kind of tie it all together if we can. So, what would you say would be the top three fundamental things that someone needs to plan for to protect their assets and secure their financial future?
Good question. Thank you. Protection of assets. You want to make sure your assets are safe so they have a floor on them where you never lose your principal. And you set them up either in tax deferred or tax free. That is going to increase the value of your dollar. Your dollar is basically, not backed by gold, but it's $1. But you have the inflation and the taxes eating away with it. It's not even a dollar anymore.
Yeah.
You get the taxes and inflation, you get your money safe, you learn how to create income and set yourself up for life so you get a paycheck in your mailbox every month. Then you make sure that your catastrophic illness is protected. This is so hard. My family was my nightmare, and I won't get into that right now, but
Yeah.
7 out of 10 of us end up with a catastrophic illness, and most people end up in a nursing home, and no, very few, 2%, I think, have long-term care. And
Yeah.
it isn't the old school long-term care. We can talk about that another time, but you wanna make sure that you're your most valuable asset, that you're protected, you can live the lifestyle you want, stay in your own home. So, yeah, protection of assets from market loss, taxes, protection of assets from catastrophic illness, long-term care, medical bills, and you want to make sure you have the right legal documents and have a living trust, a complete living trust with a lot of little documents inside of it that help you while you are alive.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh my gosh, so important. Everybody needs to know this. So, Thank you so much for coming today. I think you have, so that people can continue to find out more and get to know you better. You have a gift that you're offering people?
Yep, Marla, thank you so much. Complimentary financial fitness strategy session. So I'm on a speaking tour right now, but you can literally hop on my calendar and be able to talk with me. And what I do is I'll ask you about your age, your health, your wealth, and let's see if I can help you. I'm not going to charge you what I would normally charge $1,000, right, for the time because it's actually a 3-hour session, and I'll ask
Wow.
you your age and your health and your wealth, and I'll give you some suggestions. And then if there's something I can do for you, I'll research, I'll get some illustrations, we'll hop on a Zoom, and guess what? I'll give you your own personal class so you know what I'm talking about. And then I will send it to you so you can review it and ask me more questions and go from there.
That is so generous of you. Now, is this where they go, the pages.healthymoneyhappylife.com, 8 reasons why, or is that a different gift?
That's a free gift that they can
Okay.
download. And that's, yes, that link there. Meet with Kris Miller is the link that I believe I just spontaneously wanted to throw that in there, right? But it's meetwithkrismiller.com, KRIS Miller.com. That gets you on my calendar. But the free gift that you download gives you a checklist,
That's there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So click on that, everyone, and then you see Chris's name. You see Chris's name there, Kris Miller, meetwithkrismiller.com. Super easy. You definitely want to take it. My goodness, 3 hours that you can get your financial big picture
Oh,
and get help. My goodness, that is so generous.
thank
All
you.
right. Well, this has been such a pleasure to speak with you. I love that you're on a speaking tour because, as you know, I help people grow their business through speaking, and it is the best way to grow your business. Absolutely. So, we got to talk again. This has
Yes,
been great. I think that everybody listening really needs to hear more about finances and find out what they don't know because some people know this but not that, and vice versa. Other people know that but not this.
right.
So there's so much to learn. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. It's been a pleasure,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see everybody the next time.
All right. Yay.